Somehow Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaethje is 3 fights from the top. It's a triple stacker, and in Iron Mike versus the highlight, this is just a true rock'em sock'em slobber knocker. An underdog is Michael Chandler plus 155. A little surprised to see, how much of a dog he is against Gaethje, who's minus 195. And both of these guys are coming in off recent losses in title fights. Both these guys both got finished. One to Oliveira that beat Chandler, and the other by Khabib in a farewell contest. But this is just likely a number one contender fight. I mean, we know Islam is petitioning for the rights to that position, but if one of these guys makes a statement, does some funky stuff on the mic, and entices Oliveira to get that match, then we shall see how this one unfolds because it's a great opportunity for both men. So, are you taking Gaethje to rebound in this one, or does Iron Michael Chandler get this one done and avenge his loss potentially against Stu Bronx? What do you think?
Yeah, man, this is such an insane fight. I really can't believe this is like a fight that you dreamed about years ago. I'm like, man, that'd be such a sweet fight just to see those guys go at it because both these guys are absolute ruthless and savages. I cannot wait. This is a tough one because I'm a big, the highlight fan, and I'm a big, Michael Chandler. He's a dude that's real with everyone. He takes extreme ownership, and he's just a respectable guy, and I think I gotta go with my boy Michael Chandler. I think he's gonna get it done. I think he's going with the upset. I mean, he's been more active. Justin Gaethje hasn't fought since Khabib of 2020 October, so maybe he's been keeping his head down and grinding. But I don't know if he was ready for Michael Chandler to take this division by a storm. I mean, Michael Chandler uh, did what he did to Dan Hooker and then went out for the title. And now he's fighting Gaethje and might get a title shot after that again. But I don't know. I just don't know where Justin's head's at. I know where Michael's head's at. He's not going to be here for long, but he wants to be here and get that title by, the end of the year, like the end of next year. So I think I'm going to have to take him. I think his wrestling is going to be too much. I think he's the stronger fighter. I think he even might have the better cardio in this. Super excited. I'm just a little scared on how he's going to deal with Justin Gaethje's leg kicks and his power because if Oliveira can put you out, I think Justin Gaethje can absolutely send you to another realm. So that is a little worrisome for me when I'm picking Michael Chandler, but I think he's going to be the stronger guy. And once he gets a hand on Justin, I think Justin's going to be like, oh crap, this is like a Khabib type grappler. And that's what Michael might not even do that. He might just go out, try to bang, and this is gonna be a slobber knocker, and it's gonna be a Dustin versus Justin. Dustin gets the better, then Chandler gets the win, or vice versa. Super exciting fight, but I'm gonna go Michael Chandler on this one.
Yeah, Dustin versus Justin, that was an all-time classic. We were at that fight, and if this is anything like that fight, then it's going to be a very fun evening because there's slobber knockers after this fight. So if this one delivers, which I tend to think it will, it's going to be a lot of fun on Saturday. And you mentioned a lot of great stuff. Iron Mike says it's to the top for him, and you touched a lot on his wrestling. Do you think that we're going to see a lot of grappling in this contest? Because a lot of the storyline going into the Justin Gaethje versus Khabib contest was that, Justin Gaethje's state championship and All-American wrestling background was going to pay dividends against the Eagle in that contest. But, Khabib just proved to just be on a level that doesn't exist. And ultimately, we didn't get to see much of the grappling. I tend to think that we might see a little bit more against a guy like Michael Chandler, who is a Division One wrestler himself. And you mentioned the grappling being a factor. Do you think that Chandler's going to have a decided advantage there, or rather, like, do you think he's going to try and lean on that primarily? Because I don't know, Michael Chandler's probably going to stand and bang too. Like, what do you think? How does this play out?
Yeah, I mean, I think Chandler's gonna stand and bang, but I think he's a fool because he even said in an interview he's saying all this stuff that first one steps back is a weak soul, but he even said he's I'm stepping back if I need to, but I think my
Yeah.
pressure he's gonna take that first step back. That's what I truly think in his heart, and I'm like respect and I understand that, and I think that Gaethje doesn't have anything to threat except on the feet. That's why I think Chandler has the upper hand in this, because Chandler is going to go, hey, I'm going for those takedowns. Psych, here's some meat bombs. Say what up to Dan Hooker in the afterlife. That's what I think he's going to try to do, because this whole fight is Justin's going to have to be worrying about the wrestling and that power. Michael Chandler just has to worry about leg kicks and the overhand right. I just don't see Justin going in for any ankle picks or anything like that. So Chandler's going to be very comfortable and just watching the feet and going for those counter takedowns and slip right under the hooks or catch the leg and trip and ground and pound and hold. This is insane fight. And I could be way off, and Chandler could get slapped the first 10 seconds. I really don't know. It's all how Justin's going to come out. It's hard to say after someone takes such a dominant defeat by Khabib to see where their head's at. Both these guys really came off a bad defeat where for the title it's probably heartbreaking. We'll see who really wants it. That's who's going to win it. Who is crazy enough and who wants that gold more.
Yeah, who is crazy enough? And this is one of the rematches essentially for like first team all violence because these two dudes will come to throw down. And ultimately, you touched on a lot of good stuff, but you took the words out of my mouth when you mentioned the mean leg kicks and the overhand of Gaethje. I just think that it's going to be too much for Michael Chandler in this one. I was initially pretty bullish on Chandler, but the more that this thing has, the more time I've had to think about it, I just don't know if the stand up is going to be the best pathway for Michael Chandler. But I think that's what he's going to try to do. I think he's going to try and stand and bang with Gaethje. I think it's going to be a bad idea. And I think, like against Oliveira, he's getting knocked out cold. And I'm predicting that this one's going to be pretty early. I mean, I don't think that that Chandler's going to get out of the first round, to be honest. I think that Gaethje's going to put it on him. Heavy leg kicks. And I like your idea that Chandler's probably going to try and shoot, but Gaethje's going to stuff it. And there's going to be a moment where Michael Chandler realizes that he's just stuck on the feet and Gaethje is the one standing across from him. So I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a recipe for success if you're Iron Mike. So any last thoughts on this one? I got to go with the highlight and the 78% rolling with your boy. Are we that off, you think?
I think 78% is way off. I think this is a true 50-50 pick 'em. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, make sure, boys, smash that meat and subscribe. Let us know in the comment. You got Iron Mike with your boy Meat, or you got the highlight with your boy. Stay tuned and check out our other videos in the Meat Lock breakdown.